Okay, so here's our organ with all of the wires and boards and superfluous stuff stripped out of it. All those boards from the top have gone, the oscillators, tone boards, call them what you will. Obviously the stop switches I've left, you can just see the ends of the wires still attached to them there where I've cut them off. So those will all get a nice clean, and then we'll be using those with our Hauptwerk MIDI encoder. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove this section, which just lifts out, and that just gives us then better access to the keyboards and the rest of it. Originally I said that I was going to keep these wiring looms. These connect to the bottom of the keyboards, to those switches which we saw earlier, but I've decided that I'm actually going to take them off and replace them with new wire, and the reason for that is twofold really. The most important reason is that this cable has gone a bit brittle with age, and I noticed that when I was removing the bits that we've got rid of, that some of the ends of the cable had just snapped off where they were soldered on, but more importantly, because it's gone brittle and they're quite stiff, the cable is actually much stronger than those little springs, the spring switches that it's connected to, and I'm worried that once I've unlaced it and started moving it around, which we need to do because we have to wire it up differently, that it might damage the switches. So I'm going to actually remove those and we'll rewire that from scratch. So all that's going to leave us is these cables here, or wires, which come through from that multi-plug from the pedals. We won't be using all of those, but we can still use some of them because, you know, they don't connect up to the switches, and actually they are a different sort of wire. They're multicoloured, they're a little bit thinner and they're still quite supple, so we'll keep those and we can use those. So the next stage now is just to remove these final wires from the keyboards, and then we'll be ready to start putting it back together with our new encoder.